Welcome to Leaf Hydroponic Farm. Today we will talk about how to make a hydroponic farm profitable. This is one of the most important questions farmers ask me, that is hydroponic viable? Is hydroponic profitable? Can hydroponic be done on a larger scale or a commercial scale? And my answer is yes. And my answer is yes because hydroponic can be done at a domestic scale, hydroponic can be done at a smaller scale, and hydroponic can be done at very large scale. The largest hydroponic farm in the world is more than 250 acres, and in India we have a hydroponic farm which is almost 125 acres. We have many farms which are 16 acre, 20 acre, 25 acre. So hydroponic, how to make it viable? That is the biggest question. Why the hydroponic farm fail? Friends, there are only two ways to make hydroponic farm viable. The first is to cut the cost. As much as possible, while setting up a hydroponic farm, don't go by the consultant saying that you have this, you have this, you have this. You must have what you really want to have, what you should have. You should not worry too much about the equipment, because it is not the equipment which is going to earn you profit. It is basically the crop which is going to earn you profit. So you will have to ensure that your cost of setting up a hydroponic farm is reduced as much as possible. I have seen hydroponic farm set up with a concrete floor. Why you need a concrete floor when you can have a weed mat? I have seen hydroponic farm which have very huge power supply. One of the BOQ I have recently seen of a government hydroponic farm, where the consultant have asked them for a 500 square meter farm to set up a 2000 liter per hour reverse osmosis system. Friends, for 500 square meter farm, you don't need even 1000 liter per hour reverse osmosis system. What you need is only 500 liter per hour, a reverse osmosis system. Even that is quite sufficient. Now the question is, a 500 reverse osmosis system will cost about 60 to 70,000, whereas a 2000 liter will cost about 2.5 lakh to 3 lakh. Then automation. You don't need to monitor the pH in real time. You don't need to worry about the nutrient concentration or the EC in real time. Once a day or twice a day, you can physically check up the pH and modify it by adding either the acid or the base, either to reduce the pH or to increase the pH. Why do you need a real-time monitoring system? It is not required at all, because pH scale is a log scale. The 5.5 pH and 6.5 pH is the range of the pH which you should have in a hydroponic solution, and this is a log scale. There is a difference of 10 times between the two. So you should not say that the monitoring of the pH should be done in real time. It will not add too much to your production system, rather it will add too much to your cost. A real time hydroponic pH and nutrient monitoring system or maintenance system cost about 3.5 lakh, whereas an instrument, the best in the world, to measure the pH and the EC will cost nothing more than 20, 25 or 30,000. So here lies the check. Secondly, you should ensure that what kind of automation you want. Don't have unnecessary automation. Have the automation which is required. Otherwise, you can say that no automation, this kind of automation or a costly automation, I don't require. But you can have a normal automation which is not very costly for running your motors. Third is the power supply. I have seen one of my friends hydroponic farm in Delhi. He is having a pump of 7.5 horsepower. Why do you need a 7.5 horsepower pump for 500 square meter? The hydroponic farm where I am standing, it is being watered by a single motor of 1.5 horsepower. Now you can imagine the difference of power consumption between 1.5 horsepower and 7.5 horsepower. So all this type of things, they make your hydroponic farm non-viable, because the capital cost of setting up a hydroponic farm goes very, very high. Another thing is, some people say have an inline chiller. Inline chiller in Indian condition doesn't work at all. You will have to have a submersible coil chiller. a submersible coil chiller of 2-ton capacity will cost you 45,000, and an inline chiller of the same 2-ton capacity will cost you anything up to 2 lakh. Now, why should you have this? So, many of the consultants, they want to sell equipment rather than making the farmer happy by making his farm viable. Another issue for making the farm viable is the marketing of your produce. We will talk in a separate video about the marketing, what strategy you should adopt for marketing your hydroponic produce, what is more beneficial to you, what is less beneficial to you. That will be discussed in another video. If you like our video, if you find that these videos are useful to you, please don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and also you share it with your friends and other farmers so that the knowledge about hydroponic is disseminated. This is the future of agriculture, and we must ensure that any farmer who set up a hydroponic farm at the end of the day make money out of it. We will keep on discussing these topics of hydroponic farming on our YouTube channel and keep on disseminating this kind of knowledge. Thank you very much.